How's it going, everybody? Alrighty, it's Lucas here at All in a Day's Work, coming to you with another episode of our Tuesday's Physical Fitness. Today, before we get into this, I just want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that notification icon so you can stay up to date. And please like and share this video. I know we're just starting out, especially on YouTube. And while we are making traction, we certainly want to continue to grow and continue to push good messages out there, and just hopefully we can just reach some people and at least inspire some good things to happen. So with that being said, guys, let's get into this. Alrighty. So I was really debating on what I was going to talk about today, because I really think I covered all my bases, as far as the obesity statistics, as far as the CDC recommendations. I think I hit on nutrition a little bit. I think my personal opinion, I think that's the most important part of physical fitness. What I don't want to do is become like a how-to tutorial on like how to do exercises. I think there's enough of that between just Googling exercises, workout plans, and they just going on to YouTube and looking at the thousands of different variations, and looking at all the forms that are recommended to do certain exercises. But what I really like, what I want to key in on is just the mentality that we as Americans have kind of fallen into from my perspective, and that's just the one where, especially with these newer generations, with technology becoming more and more advanced and more information at our fingertips, we all just seem to be experts. And while there's a vast amount of information available, we continue to go to social media. We continue to almost like act like we're experts, when in fact that we're not. We take a lot of things for granted, and I don't know, like I said, from my perspective, it seems like while we are getting more advanced as a society, it seems like, I don't want to say we have a poor work ethic. I just think that our priorities need to be realigned. And so while, like I said, I think that we do need a culture change as far as physical fitness is concerned. I think we need to make that and being healthy and staying in somewhat decent shape. I'm not saying we all need to go out there and look like bodybuilders or physique competitors or anything like that. No, that's that's way too much for our whole society. But I do think we need to implement some aspects of like nutrition, some aspects of physical exercise into our daily lives. And like I said, what I try to do is just to key in on like helping hints, or little tidbits of advice that can maybe help somebody out that's really busy or struggling to add this to their daily routine. And you don't have to work out 5, 6, 7 days a week. 4 days a week is perfectly fine, as long as you are adding into that your nutrition requirements. And like I've stated in earlier videos, just a burger, let's just say from McDonald's, a meal from McDonald's is going to go anywhere between 700 to 1,000 calories, depending on how big it is and what else you get. And that's just for the meal, or for the burger and the fries, I believe. But even if that's still for the meal, like the recommended dietary amount is like 2,000 calories a day. And so even if you get a burger, that's one meal out of your 3 or even 4 or more a day. That's almost half your calories right there. So like, while I don't think that cutting off fast food and cheat meals, or if you want to call them that, cutting them out completely, I think that's a little too much. I think cutting down on them is a good start, especially if you're beginning in the physical fitness and trying to get healthy and trying to eat right. I don't think cutting it out completely is a smart idea. To me, it comes across as trying to cut out cigarettes. You know, if you just go cut it out completely cold turkey in one night, the chances of relapse is very, very high. Like I said, I think if you eat out, you know, every day, I think maybe cutting that down to half, cutting it out, you know, every other day, or so on and so forth, until you can get to a point where you're eating out only like one day a week, or not even at all, once every other week. That's something I struggle with. Like back before I was at the job I'm at now, I was traveling for work, right? So I was working all over the state, and I would eat out constantly. And like I think in 1 week, or no, in 1 month, I think I spent about $1,000 on fast food, and it's just ridiculous, and it's crazy how expensive that it can get compiled over time. And I think if we can add in just cutting down on the amount of fast food that we as a society consume, and start almost eating from home, like home cooked meals. And I know that can be that in itself can be expensive, but if you just like do that, and for one person it can be, it doesn't really have to be super expensive. Like I'm a single guy, I only cook for myself, and I spend maybe $120 on groceries every other week. So, and like I said, I know I'm just one person, but when you add in a family, a significant other, another adult, and maybe one, two, three kids, it can get expensive. And I understand that, especially when you add in like little snacks, because kids need more calories than usual, because they're growing. Like, I understand that. And then of course you got to add in like other things like that you just want to eat, like comfort food, chips, ice cream, stuff like that. But if we can just cut down on the amount of fast food, and not even fast food, just like junk food that we eat, like chips, like ice cream, like little fruit snacks, and so on and so forth, like I think we can really change our society for the better. I think we're closing in on a 50-60% obesity rate percentage, obesity percentage as a society. And that's ridiculous, especially when you look at it in terms of health risks that are associated with that: cardiovascular disease, diabetes, clots and blood clots in your legs and stuff. Not to mention, that the wear and tear on your joints. It's like, what I was told one thing when I was in the military is like, because I've had 2 knee surgeries on my right knee. I was an old E6 sergeant, staff sergeant. We was playing basketball one day, and he was like, "Man," because I told him I had 2 knee surgeries because my knee was hurting and I couldn't really run. He was like, "Man, once your wheels start going, that's it." And trust me, like, I'm looking back on it, and I was 19, 20 at the time, somewhere around there. Looking back on it 11, 12 years later, 10, 11 years later, it's so true. Because not only is my right knee already gone, my left side is starting to go. I can feel it in my ankle and my knees. So I can only imagine what it's like for people that are extremely overweight. Like, even for my size, I'm about 5'10", just under 220 right now. I lost a few more pounds, and I can still feel it. And so add that into people that are still like my height, but add in about 60-70 pounds to that, to where they're 260, 270, 250, right? I can only imagine the pain of that. And when you're going through that, I can only imagine that all you want to do is just sit down and relax and take the pain away. But it's just like a downward spiral from there. The more pain you feel, the less active you are. The more you sit down and rest, the more you eat, the more you're not burning off those calories. It's just a downward spiral. And so like I said, I'm not asking anybody to jump up and run a marathon tomorrow. I'm just saying, maybe if we can just look at what our usual routines and just tweak them just a little bit. Like, maybe not eat out today, maybe let's cut back on the calories. Like, I have an app on my phone, it's called Cronometer, Cronometer, right? And it tracks your calories. You put in your age, your height, your weight in there, and it'll tell you your recommended calorie amount. and then if your food has a barcode on it, you scan it. Most fast food places are in there, so even if you eat out, you can just select what you ordered, and then you can put it in there, and it'll tell you like how many calories are in that meal. So it's really easy to track, and not only does it do that, it breaks down your protein, carbs, and fats. It won't tell you how much of each one you're supposed to get, but it will tell you how much you're consuming for the day. Well, actually, it will tell you how much you're supposed to get per day. And it's a fantastic tool. I've used it, and I managed to lose. I'm 218 right now, excuse me, and I'm down from 235 when I first started tracking, and I was probably more than that even before I started tracking. I was probably around 240, honestly. So I've lost anywhere from 17 to almost 30 pounds since I've started really watching what I was eating. And it's a fantastic tool. I highly recommend it for anybody out there. Again, that's Cronometer, Cronometer. So, I mean, that's what I want us to start to get better at as a society. Like, mental health is a great thing. It's something I really think that we all need to take a look at, but physical health too, right? They go hand in hand in your overall well-being. And look it up. There have been studies that shown that what you eat has a effect on your mood. It has effect on your mentals. It has effect on how you feel, right? If you're not getting enough vitamins, if you're not getting the right amount of micronutrients, right? It can really mess with you. If you're getting too much of it, you can have, it's called vitamin toxicity disorder or something like deficiency disorder, right? Where if you're not getting enough of something, it can cause some real damage to you, so on and so forth. When you consume too much of certain things, it can have the same impact. So I think what we eat is very, very important to our overall well-being, as well as like our physical activity level. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys listening to me rant about physical health. My hope is that everybody out there that watches this video can tweak what they're doing on a daily to try and implement eating better, to try to implement getting some exercise in a day. Like I said in some of my earlier videos, you can get a really good workout in 30-45 minutes if you're really hitting it hard. Like, the whole point is one, to burn calories, to sweat, to get your heart rate up. You can do that riding a bike, going on a short run, even walking around the block, depending on how big your block is. It can be great exercise. You don't have to get a gym membership. I mean, you can sit at your place and do push-ups and crunches, and do some high intensity stuff, like some high knees, some like P90X type stuff. What's the other one? Insanity would be great workouts to do at home. You don't have to get a fancy gym membership or have to get spend $1,000 on weights and so on and so forth. Like, I got my own weight set here in my apartment, but I have a gym that's 2 minutes down the road from where I live, so I use the gym. But if the gym's ever shut down due to the pandemic, I got my weight set right here. But even without that, you can still do push-ups and sit-ups and crunches and all kinds of stuff here. If you got stairs to your apartment like I do, you can run up and down the stairs. Go run down the block. You don't have to go to the gym to lift to get in shape. It helps, but it's not necessary. So my best wish for everybody out there that watches this, and even for those people that don't watch this and to hear me talk, I really hope everybody out there is able to do their best and be successful and happy and healthy and all that good stuff. This is what we need as a society. More people that genuinely want people to be successful and to be happy. When most people think about our capitalistic society like the one we have, they all think about corporate America, and it's all cutthroat and I'm gonna step on you to get ahead, and that's not how humanity should be. We should come together as a community, as a group of people, as Americans, and want each other to succeed. Because when one of us succeeds, especially from your own community, it's like we all succeed, especially if it's a tight-knit community. So, and that's what I want us to get to. It's just to be so tight-knit as Americans, where I don't know you, but if you're successful, I'm going to be happy for you. If you're doing great things and improving the lives of everybody around you, you're doing great things. I'm proud of you, you know. And for everybody out there on their fitness journey, please comment on this video, like this video, share this video. Let us know how you're doing. We need to hold each other, you know, not so much accountable and say, hey, you messed up, you didn't do what you were supposed to do today, but to praise one another, to help each other to be successful, to continually push one another to be successful. That's what makes us great. That's what makes us better than the animals. Like, we're able to do that to one another. We're able to praise one another and to push each other and to strive to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And that's what I want for everybody out there. I want everybody out there to be successful, and that can be in every aspect of your life. In your relationships, in your finances, your physical health, you know, all that stuff, your mentals, your spiritual walk of life, if you have one. You know, I want you to be successful. I want you to do the best that you can be and be the best version of yourself. Because I for one believe that when I'm the best that I can be, I'm improving the lives of everybody around there, because I'm giving them my best, and thus allowing them to be the best versions of themselves. You know. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching. Please go to our website. Please like and share this video. Go to our website, like and share it. Donate if you can. If not, please share the website. And just, I want everybody out there to whether it's somebody they know, somebody they don't know, just go up to somebody you don't know and say, I'm proud of you, and I want you to be the best version of yourself you can be. Right, because that's what we need. We need people being kind and compassionate towards one another. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. This is Lucas on A Day's Work, signing off.